Hey, what's up guys? John here. We are walking into a massive problem for the US labor market that no one is talking about. I'm going to break this down for you because it's shocking. If you just look at tech, for example, tech in 2023, 231,349 layoffs out of 964 total companies. In 2022, that number was 164,000. So we're already about 60,000 more layoffs so far in 2023 than we've seen all last year. But I believe that number could very well climb past 450,000, maybe even 500,000 jobs gone by the end of this year because of a few major curveballs that no one's talking about. I'm going to break it down for you clearly in this video because this is going to be a shocker for the everyday American. Please hit the like button. When you hit the like button, YouTube's going to share this content to educate more people about what's really going on in the U.S. economy. And if you want to fix your credit, we'd love to help you at my company, GreatCreditFast.com. That's GreatCreditFast.com. If you have late payments, medical bills, charge-offs, foreclosures, bankruptcies, you have a problem on your credit report, just one small issue can drop your score and hold it there for 7 years. A late payment lasts 7 years on your credit report. 180 points, upwards of 180 point reduction of your score over one late payment. So get a hold of us at GreatCreditFast.com if you want to fix your credit and position yourself for the greatest wealth transfer of all time, which we're in right now. Take a look at this. So now what we're seeing, this is crazy. American workers are demanding almost $80,000 a year to take a new job. $80,000, $78,645, right? An 8% increase just from last year. So because of the rising cost of living, whether it be through household costs, food costs, insurance costs, everything's going up, they're requesting that their boss to pay for this. But bosses are tapped out, business owners are tapped out. So who's ultimately going to pay, and how is this whole structure going to unfold here? Well, take a look at this. Imagine, for example, you are a coffee shop owner. Maybe you own a deli. Maybe you own a small business. Well, if you had this coffee shop, hypothetically, 4 employees, that's it. 4 employees, $17 an hour, right? Open 9 to 5. Your expenses daily would be $544 a day, just in labor. Just in labor, $16,320 a month in wages, considering a 30-day calendar month. And then food, coffee beans, syrup, you're talking maybe $5,000, low end, $5,000. Utilities, $500, lease, $3,000. That's very, very conservative. These are conservative numbers. $24,820 a month in just expenses, not including a website, workers' comp, phone lines, online advertising, any of that. You're talking almost $25,000 a month, right? Daily cost, $827 a day just to pay for cost. So if you're the business owner, you'd have to make $827.34 for you to make 1 penny, right? So how is this going to start to, translate? Well, 83 customers have to spend $10 a day, or 165 people a day to spend $5 to get a small coffee. So you look at this, this is just one example. A lot of small business owners are being tapped out. Consumers have less disposable income, and employees are requesting more money because the cost of living is just increasing. So what is going to be this divide? Well, this is it. AI will force billions of workers worldwide to master new skills as tech revolution heats up. AI is expected to require roughly 1.4 billion employees to reskill. That is absolutely crazy. CNN, nearly 80% of women's jobs could be disrupted. 80%. But here's this big curveball that people aren't talking about. People see this like, okay, sure, they're talking about AI, they're talking about automation. Maybe this will happen in 5 years, 10 years. If we have another one of these situations, another one of these events, which are coming up everywhere, they're talking about this everywhere, it's going to push urgency on business owners to start to reduce their human capital, reduce their overall expenses, and move forward into this digital age. And we're starting to see it. Look, are they coming back, right? Are they coming back? And then we saw this. I just did a quick little search. It says, are these coming back, right? These comments are fueling suspicions. So imagine if they do. If they do, we are going to start to see this commercial real estate problem unfold at the same exact time as small businesses getting slammed. And this thing's going to be very unbelievable, to say the least. The proliferation of artificial intelligence platforms such as ChatGPT will likely mean 40% of the global workforce will need to reskill over the next 3 years as companies integrate the technology. A recent study, 40% of the workforce. Now, if you're 50, 60, 70 years old, it might be a lot harder to relearn a whole new skill if you've been in a career for 20, 30, 40 years compared to someone that is 20, 22, 25, 30, where they, maybe they just went to college, maybe they just went to school, and they're used to studying, they're used to this. Maybe they grew up with smartphones, right? You're going to start to see a really big push where some people are going to be able to easily adopt to some of these changes, and other people are going to start to feel, like they don't have an option, right? And that's why I think they're going to start to push forward more universal basic income. They're going to start to move everyone into this direction. The IBM Institute for Business Value, IBV, published a study this month detailing how the growth of AI has created a pivotal point in the world of work. And there's a massive opportunity in front of HR leaders. But the tech also has left questions about how it will affect workforces. A report from Goldman Sachs in March found that generative AI could replace and affect 300 million jobs around the world. Another study from Outplacement, an executive coaching firm, Challenger Gray and Christmas, found that AI chatbot GPT could replace at least 4.8 million American jobs. These figures have caused some anxiety, including in field most likely affected by the technology, such as consumer service reps, tech writers, and data entry clerks. So, this is unbelievable. The IBM study surveyed 3,000 class-level executives, C-level executives from 28 countries to help shed light on the persistent workforce questions, and found executives estimated 4% of the workforce will need to be reskilled in order to keep up with companies implementing AI programs in their day-to-day responsibilities. Now, 30 years ago, if you wanted to, let's say, run a billion-dollar company, you might need a couple thousand employees, 4,000, 5,000 employees. Now, to run a billion-dollar company, maybe you need 100 employees, 200 employees. With tech, they're going to start to be able to, create a billion-dollar company with 5, 10 employees. It's going to completely change everything that we know about business, and it's all going to be done in the name of this. Everyone's going to be staying home. It's going to be the big push because of safety. That's what we're already seeing. We've already seen the last couple of years. With you go into a restaurant now, you have the QR code. You're starting to integrate this in your life every which direction. With ChatGPT, you're starting to see small little bits of it. But it seems like every 90 days they drop a new version. It starts to get a little bit more and more and more technologically advanced. I think there's going to be a huge change that people are simply underestimating right now. And when you just look at how many pages, just the last 24 hours, how many pages of this there are. This is all over the world now. They're saying right here that it's making up 16%, right? And what you need to know, right? 6 hours ago. I think this is going to be something that they are going to start to push here. This is going to be unbelievable. But when you're looking at these layoffs, I almost guarantee you, business owners, when they're borrowing money and interest rates are sky high, labor costs are sky high, inflation is sky high, everything is so expensive, you're just going to start to see this natural progression for layoffs. You're going to start to see this natural progression for artificial intelligence, robotics, tech. They're going to start to run coffee shops, I believe, with maybe everything is going to be done at a kiosk with 1 employee or 2 employees maximum. They're going to start reducing the size of their square footage. They're going to start doing all these different things in creative ways to try to reduce their overall risk in this environment, just to try to survive. We're going to start seeing restaurants across the world start to change. There's going to be the 5-star Michelin restaurants, these beautiful, really nice, first-class restaurants, and then there's going to be all these ghost kitchens that are going to start popping up everywhere. We're just going to start to see a major shift in the way in which people live, work, spend money, invest. Everything is about to change. Everything. But I'm curious, what do you think? Do you think that we're going to start to see, do you think this scenario right here are going to be making a comeback, right? Do you think that these are going to start to fuel this technological revolution? Maybe in the next couple months. Maybe this is going to really start to push it. December, October, November. It's only a couple months from now. This whole push is going to start to really fuel into this massive restructuring of business and the economy as we know it. Drop below, hit the like button, add me on IG, and if you want to fix your credit, you want to position yourself for this great wealth transfer, which we're in right now. We're going to watch all these small businesses get restructured. We're going to watch America as a whole get restructured. You're going to want access to money. You're going to want to position yourself in the best possible way. And the only way you can do that is with great credit, some cash in the bank, and a really good source of income. But if you have good, you have good credit, you're on the way. If you have bad credit, average credit, your score's north of 750, you're okay. If you're north or south of 750, you need to fix that. We'd love to help you. Give you a free consultation at greatcreditfast.com. That's greatcreditfast.com. Catch you guys in the next video.